Greetings, my friend. This is Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. For it's like very raining here, but I am called to make a new video. I wanted to thank you so much for your support. I think that I'm really seeing the doors of paradise that are opening, but I haven't been on. I haven't been invited to cross the path, so it's still very challenging. I want to discuss. Thank you so much also for your likes, for your comments, for your sharing, for your presence, for continuing to to share your truth and your love with the world. There is this great law to love God, to love yourself, and to love the world and others. For it is, I'm going to discuss a few ideas. It's just point of view, that's just my point of view, my opinion, my perception. Are talking about right and wrong, the pure and the impure, the dark and the light. For there is this great book that is called Beyond Good and Evil, that most people know, by Friedrich Nietzsche. And where he's not a really great philosopher, I don't think Nietzsche, but in this book he has some good points. And but he's an amazing philologist. He knows the philosophy of other philosophers very well. He's very well studied. He's very well researched. Although I don't agree with a lot of his atheist kind of beliefs, but and he makes a good point that beyond good, that when we're the moralists are the people that are too moralist, they're creating a tyranny because they're trying to impose their value. Yet at the beginning, we need to decipher what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is not, what makes us feel good and do good to others, what makes us feel bad and does bad to others. When we do something right for someone, it's like we're doing right for the whole world. When we're doing wrong to anyone, it's like we're doing wrong to the whole of life, for everything is one. And life will always reflect us, so it's like nothing to, but so it's like so we need to define what our value system is, and to stick to that, to be honest, and to have a sense of ethics in relationship to all we do. So I'm not denying that, but at some point, when you come to the realization of that, you're learning that what is wrong at the right moment is what is right at the wrong moment is wrong, and what is wrong at the right moment is right. So it's like to learn to utilize all that life is because life is utilizing all of that. The same thing, in the same vein, we need to let go of all 3D attachment, the linear path of time and life and materialism. Yet for me, I've done that for decades, and now it's like so I've connected. I have direct connection. My I am presence, my spirit guides, the masters, the gods. I'm receiving constant communication, all the souls from the higher planes. It's like most of my communication is, it's all, well, can communicate on the physical plane, on the third dimension, but I have so much going on the astral spiritual planes. And I connect with many earth souls beyond time and space, just but relative to the path of the creator. And so we need to let go of all 3D attachment. And once you have connected to your immortality, your eternal self, you will be sent. For me, I'm just speaking for myself. It's like I'm not authorized to spend all my time in the ships or in the higher planes or anything. I can go there here and there whenever I can, but it's like I'm always sent back to the fourth dimension to deal with the human soul and the earth plane, and so it's like really my mission is here. So it's like, but while I'm doing that on the fourth dimension, I try to integrate the higher, anchor this higher light of God, of the Spirit, and then once you move into the unified field, you have to deal with all the opposites, all the consciousness, the higher self of all perspective, and it's like really challenging. I'll give an example. It's like I was called to deal with a situation that is dark, that was dark for me, that was heavy, that was painful, very closely connected to my heart, but I didn't have. I was instructed to stay there, to observe, to remain there, and I was instructed to do that, but I did not have enough courage to handle it. So I had to leave the scene altogether, although I was clearly instructed to stay, and so I have to accept the loss, because there was a loss that was created by my departing. So it's like sometimes for those who do not believe in God, there is the justice of the universe, the karma, the law of cause and effect. They can still realize that every action has consequences. and everybody will have to face the consequences of their action. For it's like there is no choice, and it's like nobody can escape. Sooner or later, God has a memory that cannot be forgotten. Everything, he doesn't need the Akash to remember all about all. It's like so it's like on top of which when it's not him, it's like there is angel recorders and also kind of memory. But we do have to let go of the judgment upon ourselves and others. It is very important, and living our life as much as possible on the soul level. For me, right now, I'm connected on the soul level, and that's why it's like at night it's sometimes difficult to to, to remove my attention from this physical plane, from this good. I'm getting little sleep because I'm very solicited on the astral plane. Although it's kind of, we all have to sleep to return to the higher planes, to let go, to regenerate our body. Also understanding that sometimes I have soul relationship with different individuals, but it doesn't mean that those individuals are connected to their soul. Their soul is coming to me, but on the physical plane, they just don't want it. It's like the soul is just like a whisper that's buried under all this ego, mind, and desire and materialism, the shadow of the ego mind system. It's like the belief system. A belief is something that keeps repeating itself, and for a lot of people, the soul is completely buried. It speaks, but it's not really heard. So yet it expresses itself through feeling. It's like always, and our soul is our divine, eternal, individualized self. It is completely, it is fragmented in many planes to experience reality. Yet at the core, it is not dividable. It is whole. And so we all had chosen to return to the source, but first we were connected to the source, and God said that there was this great big light, and we were like the little light, and God said, well, go learn in the universe. We were, trust me, go there, you'll come back. And then so we went, and now we're like, wow, it's really but we'll make it back, and it will be great joy. We've created the illusion of separation to find a way back to the source, and there is no stopping the mass awakening. And the mass awakening will lead to a mass transformation, that will lead to a mass transcendence of reality, that will lead to a mass illumination, that will eventually lead to a mass ascension. We're all going through that process. We are at the forefront of the shift, and there's 144,000 ascended masters, but there are 6 million beings that have chosen to participate in this coming of this golden age, this new age. But we did forget our soul contract. We don't have it. Sometimes we're just getting glimpse of it. It's like we don't have that, or if we had, we would be in all wisdom. Eventually, it will be revealed. It's revealed little by little, and realizing this new Earth reality is already being created and supervised by the ascended masters, the galactic and the celestial. So we need to continue to cultivate that sense of communication, of sending good thoughts and incurring good light, violet fire, whatever rays of light, to work with people, to work with all little details are very important. Yet this higher civilization is have already been created by the ascended masters of the planet. So it's just a matter of tuning into the frequency, and understanding that it is our thoughts that keep us entrapped in lower frequency. As we elevate our thoughts, we can feel more freedom, and also that the ascension is a universal thing. The whole galaxy is ascending. So it's like we're ascending from third to fourth, or for us, for the light workers, from fourth to fifth, for humanity the third to fourth, but those in the fifth are ascending into the sixth, those in the sixth are ascending into the seventh, and so on. Everybody is asked to go through the painful process of letting go of certain illusions in order to move to a higher dominant reality. But we're connected to all reality, but whatever is dominant within our consciousness is really what and yet we do have addiction to I do have addiction to negative thoughts. Sometimes it's like a past conditioning, but maybe because I have a moon in Scorpio that's in conjunction with Neptune in my chart, and it's really hard to handle. And so it's like we are forced to look at pain and suffering, but we have to feel that without judgment upon ourselves. Still love ourselves. Just say, whenever you feel pain, you feel regrets, you feel guilt, you feel doubt. Say, I love myself. I love myself anyway, and that will definitely it assisting, because we're all creating a brighter future on the brighter timeline that's never been created on a collective level for the Earth right now. We're reshaping the past and the future. So how can you reshape the past? We do see. It's like the past is fixed. We cannot change the past, but we can change the perception of the past that we had, which makes it more free to create a bright and brilliant future, to create on a blank canvas. When the Buddha achieved lucidity and serenity, is one of the magical power. It does that by eliminating all thoughts from the past. He's completely free of all karmic past, because he's get all the lessons from all his past, from the beginning of his. He went back to his beginning and has learned everything. So he's like moved into this higher, the nirvana of being. So humanity, whatever timeline we choose, for I choose the paradise timeline, the highest timeline, where God is like the omnipresent solution to all problem. Whatever timeline you choose, it's like there will be many people, many part of humanity will follow you there. So do not worry. It's like no matter what you envision as your future, there will be many people that will follow you. There's some people that that are constantly projecting like catastrophic, like hell kind of timeline, and there will be many people that will follow this timeline. But as the Earth ascends, those people will have to leave the planet, and because it is like when you move into this ascended state, and you've been in touch, you've been receiving, you've been enlightened, you've been realizing of your own spiritual higher self. It is like you're coming back from the future to return into linear time to teach quantum reality, which is not always which is a challenge, because it's like I know if like all my master guide told me, if I would have come into this reality of the Earth 200 or 300 years in the future, I would be in full acceptance for my ideas. But in this early time of transformation, it's like I knew there would be a lot of rejection on that level, because people are not necessarily ready to let go of their beliefs, in their certainty about whatever the news or the programs of the world. But there is a great collective awakening that is happening, and this so it's like we come from the future to bring new frequency, new inspiration, new knowledge, like the wing makers. They're like human beings from the future. We have to understand the mind is very the spirit will always use everything that's happening within our mind, and even on the subtle planes, it will follow the good, the bad, the dark, the light, the pure, the impure. Everything will be utilized in our experience to teach us. So little by little we disengage from negative, but it will play out all those things. It will bring things from the past. It will move from individual to collective, to the most positive to the most negative, and it will confront that in our consciousness. The key is to breathe, and sometimes it shows us the opposites. Like I want to send a telepathic thought to someone, and what comes out of me is the exact opposite of what I wanted to send. But I have to trust that this is what is. There is no right or wrong. It's just what needs to be done. When you submit to your soul and spirit, you have to accept a certain level of unknown in the process. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for everything. I'm going to pull a few cards, and I'm going to sing a song. Well, we get the observer of the day is the soulmate. I feel like I've lost this person. She, like, my heart was shattered in a million pieces. I have to use the phoenix to reconstruct myself. So the highest wisdom is why. Once we understand the why, it will be easier. Sometimes we don't understand the why. Very important. It's like in the movie Matrix, is the mirror of engine. It's like the number 2, I think. He was like, they say, well, it's cause and effect. And he said, no, it's why. Once you understand the why, you control the situation, because you have all the understanding, the knowledge. So we can always, it will be revealed in due time. What's everything in the life is an open book, and it will self-reveal in its own due time, good time. What we need to understand is the yin, to allow things to unfold naturally without forcing anything. What we need to do is to understand we're in a buffer zone, we're in in-between world. We don't have total clarity over the situation, so we have to be kind with ourselves. And the outcome will be the house cleaning. We're going to have to do some house cleaning within our consciousness, within our body, within our mind. Before we do that in the world, we do need to broom in front of our own door. Is always new level. Huh? So it's like when you adapt, whatever truth, whatever system, whatever tool, whatever systems of mastery. For there is like the tools of the Buddha they pretty much work as all the way to the nirvana. But many tools will be useful at some point, and then you will have to let them go to accept a higher level of integration, because life is both the impure and the pure, the agitation and the serenity. The Everything is included within the truth of the one. It's not just the pure nirvana; it is all the samsara as well. And we have to serve the evolution of life on whatever capacity we're capable of, whatever God believes we're capable of. We will present it for us. Although it's like I was presented with a situation the other night. Honestly, if I had some Scotch whiskey around me, I would have needed like at least a double one. Huh? It's like it was really so hard to deal. I couldn't deal with it. I felt it. I felt the test. I lost the person. But I lost the connection. Everything is like went away. But it's like I'm not really responsible for that. I was really heavy. It was really impure. It was dark. But I was there to assist anyway and to be present, and I just couldn't do it. So the observer of the day is the wishes. We made wishes, and so we made promises. For me, I made promises. I will do my best to make good on my promises. Sometimes I don't know what those promises are, but my soul made promises, and they were revealed to me. I will adapt to that. The highest wisdom is to free ourselves from enslavement and slavery. Yeah? For this whole program of reality was created to enslave the consciousness. It's a war of the psyche. Yeah? So we need to allow the doors of freedom to open. What we need to understand is trust and faith. What we need to do is the bride and groom. Well, I really right now it's like there is some hope for someone else to fulfill that for me, for this. I know I've been announced a relationship, but it's very it's like this person she dropped me, so it's like well, I gotta do in another way. And then the outcome will be wisdom. We're getting wisdom. So we don't always understand what we need to go through, what we're getting through. But at the end, we have to understand there is value in the experience, because it makes us strong. It makes us more lucid. It makes us more courageous. It makes us more compassionate. Everything is serving the evolution of our consciousness. And God is not concerned with the outside world and the reality of whatever's important for us. God is building character. Is evolving personality into a higher level, so we can serve in higher capacity in the future. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with this song. It's a bit of a romantic song that talks about it's a French song originally from Jacques Brel. This is an American version. It's called If You Go Away. If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky, when our love was new and our hearts were high, and the day was young and the night was long, and the moon stood still for the nightbird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been, or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, when I love you so, there'll be nothing left in this world, you know. Just an empty space, full of empty room, like the empty look I see on your face. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, please don't go away. It's a beautiful song. It's easier to sing it in English than French because some of the lyrics are really, it's much more, it may be more, even more powerful in French, but laisse-moi devenir l'ombre de ta main, l'ombre de ton chien. It's like, let me become the shadow of your hand, the shadow of your dog. It's like he goes so far away because he's so much in love. And the observer of the day is hesitation. So we don't want to hesitate too long, but it's okay. Huh? Sometimes life is forcing us to put in consideration things. The highest wisdom is the reward. It's an amazing reward. Like I keep getting the information of this reward that is coming. The highest wisdom, what we need to understand is unity. What we need to do is love. To continue to cultivate this sense of love, to be loved, because love is like so many. It's like to love someone and to be in love with someone is another level, of course. But to love everybody, to love everything, it's like when they say, "Do you love me?" Yeah, well, no, I'm not really sure because they don't want to say I'm in love. But be love and just be the nature of love. Continue to cultivate this sense of love. Do not be afraid of love. And the outcome will be the liberation. I feel this point of freedom is very close. So I hope you like this message. I hope you're close, so you sense this point of freedom that is before you. You continue to cultivate your sense of connection with your higher self. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Salut.